We could argue that the role of the account manager is unique amongst senior management roles because whilst all account managers have objectives and targets, almost all managers except the account manager have individuals working for them who report to them and who are obliged to follow their instructions most of the time. Most account managers, though, have to achieve their objectives without having anyone reporting to them. They have to work very closely with the customers' managers and with their own colleagues and managers. But none of these people have to follow the account manager's instructions. You can't force people to do what you want them to do. The highly successful account managers are those who are able to get others to do what they want them to do without forcing or instructing them. They're able to influence without having any authority. Now, we'll look at this whole topic of influencing without authority in much more detail in the Academy, but for now, I just want to make you aware and give you the chance to start thinking about this issue. So the good news is that our ability to influence others over whom we have no authority is actually much greater than many of us would really believe. And a lot of it comes down to our attitude, our credibility, and conviction. A good way to illustrate this for you is to describe a really quite remarkable experiment which was carried out in 2009 by Saatchi & Saatchi. That's a major advertising company. They wanted to test the ability of someone not only to influence another person, but to see if they could get that other person to do something which normally they would never do. So this is what they did. They trained a team of professional dancers, and then they dressed them up in normal clothes and they put them into Liverpool Street Station in the middle of the morning. By the way, I should tell you, Liverpool Street Station, it's one of the biggest, largest, busiest stations in London. At 11 o'clock in the morning, the commuters in the station were surprised to hear music over the PA. And as the music began, a few of the dancers started dancing. Over time, more and more of the dancers joined in, and then a very strange thing occurred. Some of the commuters, they joined in as well. Then a few more commuters joined in. Not everyone started dancing, some just clapped along, for example, but a very large number of people in the station actually joined in. Towards the end, it really becomes quite hard to differentiate the professional dancers from some of the ordinary commuters. So let's just have a look at this experiment and see what actually happened. Oh, by the way, if you want to see it, then you'll find it on YouTube by searching T-Mobile Dance Liverpool Street Station. You'll see an edited version of the whole exercise. It's just going to show you the highlights over time, but it makes the point. You'll see that no instructions are being given, no presentations are being made, not a single PowerPoint chart is to be seen. No one tries to argue the case or persuade anyone. All that's happened is that a group of dancers danced with confidence, with energy, with conviction, and by doing that, they showed everyone else what to do, how they do it, and most importantly, they demonstrated that this is a safe environment for people to join in. And then many others did join in because they felt safe, they knew what to do, and lots of others around them were getting involved. So when we start to look at our ability to influence without authority, a good place to start is not with ourselves, but with other people. Why would anyone want to do what we want? Does any customer manager wake up and think, I really want to find out what my account manager wants me to do today? Well, some might, but I think it's fair to say that most won't. So what is it that's going to persuade them? Let's try a different question. Why do people do anything? Well, generally they do it because they're compelled to, or because they want to. They believe they'll be better off. And as account managers, we can't compel anyone, least of all the customers managers. So we have to think about why this individual is going to be better off. We need to get inside the head of this other person and really try to see life from their point of view. We're going to discuss this in much greater detail in the later series, which focuses on customer knowledge. But for now, I just want to think about one current situation in which you want to influence someone else. Might be a customer manager, might be a manager from within your own company. Now ask yourself, what's the benefit for this person to do what I want? If you can't think of anything, then chances are high the other person can't think of anything either, and so there's probably no reason for them to take any action. So you need to ask yourself, why would this person do what I'm suggesting? What's in it for them? That's the key question. I'm going to leave you to think about this, make some notes in your workbook, and then we'll return to discuss this idea and others in the group discussion.